It's pretty much a dead end out here. There's only a couple of places that you can park for like $35 a night. Yeah, I think there's like one trail that goes out to the glacier, but you can pretty much see it right here on the bridge. It's like pretty awesome, actually. So it looks like if you want to get anywhere near the glacier, you gotta pay $10 round trip. So this is Wrangell-St Elias National Park. And here's the Kennicott Glacier. Massive, that's what we were seeing. Bumpy ride, taking a while. So we're out here at the Kennicott Mines, National Historic Landmark. Looks like they mined up this whole area. Flight tours. People say it's probably the best way to see this park because it's so big.
It's the largest national park in U.S.
13 million acres. We're here at the ranger station in the historic Kennicott, and I'm here with a ranger. So I'm gonna just ask you some questions and learn about the park.
All right. Well, Wrangell-St Elias is the biggest national park in the country by far. You could fit Switzerland and throw in Yellowstone and Yosemite and still have room to spare.
Dang.
It's got more glaciers than anywhere else. It's got more high mountains than anywhere else, over 14,500 feet. Kennicott is a former ghost town that was the site of some of the richest copper ore ever found in the world. Up to 80% copper. Most of what they were mining in the world in those days was 3, 4, 5% copper. So they're pretty excited to find that 80% copper. Mines ran from 1908 to 1938, and they closed down in 1938. The town was abandoned. People started moving back up here in the 70s and became part of the national park in 1998.
Nice.
There are still people mining in Wrangell-St Elias, though. There are gold mines at Dan Creek, and there are gold mines in the Chittichu area. And there are gold mines in the Shoshana area. So there are still gold mines in Wrangell-St Elias.
And how about like the nearby McCarthy town? Like, what do they do there?
What do they do there? Enjoy life. This is a town full of guides, river raft guides,
Nice.
mountaineering guides, a lot of fun. And it's where good dogs go to heaven. McCarthy was always a support town for not only Kennicott, but the surrounding mines in the area. Almost became a complete ghost town. Only 3 or 4 people left living here for a while, and then came back to life in the 70s.
So how many people like live out in McCarthy and Kennicott nowadays?
Depends on what time of year it is.
Okay.
If you're here in the winter, within a 20-mile radius, population is probably 30 to 50 people. If you're here in the summer, the population is probably closer to maybe 400.
The other thing, like I'd love to know from you, what's the best things to see when in Kennicott?
You can do a tour of the town. We have a self-guided tour. We have a number of buildings that are open to the public that have exhibits in them.
Okay.
If you would like to go into the big mill building, then you have to take a tour with St. Elias Alpine Guides.
Okay.
The most popular hike is to go out to the Root Glacier.
Nice.
If you want to walk on the white ice, you should bring crampons or microspikes, something to grip that ice. Or you can go with a guide, and we have 2 guide services in town that will take you out.
Awesome.
Kennicott Wilderness Guides or St. Elias Alpine Guides.
Awesome. I appreciate all the info. Thank you so much. And what's your name?
I'm Diane.
Diane, nice to meet you. All right, you got the tours there, which Diane was telling us about. And you can walk to the town. There's a building for sale if you want to open up a little store here.
You really want that one?
Here's the lodge. I believe this is the lodge where you can stay a night. For room availability and dinner reservations, please visit the front desk. Alaskan cod, chicken, Alaskan salmon, filet mignon. One of the things about these mining towns, there's always like huge equipment left behind. That's bigger than I live. Yikes. The whole town is probably less than a quarter mile. We're almost at the end of it. So that's the visitor center we started at. And then there's the lodge we just walked by. And now we're about to be in the rest of the town here. There's a mill up there that you can get by tour. Dang, look at that big mill behind you. Wow. It's even a post office, guys. Look at that old style. That's cool. It's full of wine Dang. General store. Boots, blankets, pillows. Bunch of food. General store, post office. And then there's the mill. These are the bunkhouses, guys. The destroyed building is a hospital. Guys, here's another building that has collapsed and not been restored. Crazy. See that, guys? All these buildings just work together to process the copper. Relics of the time gone. There's a power plant in here too. That's crazy. Dang, guys, this is awesome. I guess you can see why they have those big smokestacks on top of this building. 4 massive burners creating power for the whole mining company. I think this is probably where they stored the water. And there's still people living out here too in the cabins and stuff. Yeah. So I guess this is like, you're living pretty luxuriously. Built around 1915 and 1916, over 100 years ago. It is pretty big. You want to move to Kennicott, Liv? Move out of the van, head to Kennicott?
No chance. No chance at all.
That strainer's probably going to last longer than every strainer out there nowadays. End of the line, guys. After this is just a long trail out to the wilderness. What do you guys think? You want to go to McCarthy or you want to head somewhere else? It's a nice place.